right? Speaking of things I would show my kids, I would not show this to my kids. I need you to understand, Jordan, that no one should. No, this next one, Jordan. I would never show this movie to my children, and nor should you. This is 16 Candles.
So, I mean, what's the story? I mean, you got a guy or?
Yes, 3 big ones, and they went black.
Her name is Samantha Baker, and today is her 16th birthday.
Brad, she's gotten her boobies.
Oh, I'd better go get my magnifying glass.
They forgot my birthday. Classic. This is the single worst day of my entire life.
Universal Pictures presents...
Score, a direct hit.
16 Candles.
You say it's your birthday. It's my birthday too.
The story of a girl who's stuck with a guy who's driving her crazy.
Nice manners, babe.
And stuck on a guy she's crazy about.
Who's Jake?
Jake Ryan?
Jake's my boy.
Jake is a senior, and he's beautiful and perfect. He does not.
So that has to do with a birthday.
Well, Jordan, it's about a young Molly Ringwald who it's her 16th birthday. And at the same time as her 16th birthday, Jordan.
Doesn't she get like 16 wishes or something like that?
No, that's a completely different movie. I thought for sure I thought this had something to do with wishing, not based on the movie you're thinking of, but there was an episode of American Dad called 1600 Candles, which involved some sort of magical element that I thought was a parody of this movie. This movie contains nothing magical or mystical in it. I thought it did. I thought it had something to do with magic. It does not. In fact, it being her 16th birthday is kind of a really minor part of the movie. It's not a major part. So this is directed and written by John Hughes, who you know as the guy who... Prolific director. It's his first movie. And... oh my god, I'm going to get in trouble again. This movie's awful.
I don't think you're allowed to say that.
It's truly... yeah, I know it's an iconic piece of cinema and everyone loves it, I'm sure. It's like when we said Adventures in Babysitting is problematic. This truly is problematic. This is even more problematic than that, Jordan. It's so problematic. I only sent you some of the problematic stuff. I think I sent you one problematic thing.
You sent me one where they were in the locker room or something, yeah.
Yes, they're in the locker... Okay, hold on. Rewind. Okay. No, number one thing, this is his first movie, and I honestly think it's his worst movie. I think maybe Ferris Bueller's Day Off or The Breakfast Club is probably his best movie. This is a movie that takes place and was written in the 1980s. The number one thing you have to remember, I don't know how old he was when he wrote it, but it very much feels like it's a middle-aged man writing for teenage girls. It's just teenage girls saying shit that I just don't think teenage girls and teenage boys say. It's characters saying things that are gross and weird and awful. And you're like, I don't think 16-year-olds... So, okay, yeah. The one I say... So, plot of this thing is that she's just turned 16. It's her 16th birthday. There isn't much of a plot, but it's her 16th birthday. And at the same time, her sister is getting married to this guy who is a creep and a weirdo. This is a plot point that never comes back later and is never addressed, but he's like a really gross, sexist weirdo. It's never explained how they got together or why they get together, but an important plot point is that his parents are staying with them, and her parents hate him, hate her, or they either never met his parents, or don't really like them. That's a plot point that never really comes back or is addressed. And they forgot her birthday. They forget her birthday. They don't even wish her a happy birthday. It's her 16th birthday. She's really excited. They don't even wish her a happy birthday. And she goes to school and meets up with her best friend. And her best friend's like, why are you so mad? It's not a big deal that they forgot your birthday. And she's like, very reasonably, it's like, they could have at least wished me a happy birthday. They didn't even wish me a happy birthday. And I'm like, that's valid. That's
fair.
That's a very fair thing to be upset about. So then the next scene is randomly, without explanation and never saying who or where it comes from, she's filling out a sex quiz.
What?
A quiz asking whether or not she's had sex. Who she wants to have. Hold on. Who she wants to have sex with, and where, and they're in health class, so it's not made clear as to if this is like. And the teacher's
not a school thing.
This is in class, yeah, and it's not made clear as to whether or not it's like the teacher has. I assume the teacher hasn't passed this quiz out because otherwise it would be weird. I'm assuming
It
it's
was the 80s. It was a different time,
I'm
I
assuming
guess.
it's like the 80s, and this is just a note-based thing. But this is a thing that John Hughes thinks that teenagers do for some reason, and I'm like, this part of me. There's a bunch of parts of me that are like.
I mean, I
okay,
could believe that teenage boys are obsessed with sex, but not necessarily teenage girls.
There's a point where there's several points where I was like, okay, yeah, maybe teenagers are in the 1980s were different than when I was a teenager, but not this different.
That's fair.
So she ends up dropping this quiz, and the guy who she says she wants to have sex with, who is a senior and about to graduate.
So he's like 18.
He's 18, picks it up, and sees that she is into him. But every time she's near him, she's awkward and weird. So he thinks that she doesn't like him. Oh, well, she keeps running into... he's one of the kids from the Breakfast Club. It's the only thing I could think that you would know him from. And he's like one of his first roles. But he's... oh my gosh. You remember in the Breakfast Club, the kid who is really... he's being pressured by his parents to succeed in school. I think he's the brain. And he's the one who brings the gun.
No, it's been a long time.
Oh, him. He's quite young in this, and he's the credits call him the geek or the nerd, and he Anthony Michael Hall. Anthony Michael Hall is his name. While you're googling it, I'll describe. And he makes all
Anthony
Michael Hall.
Michael Hall. Oh, okay. Yeah, they've got a picture of him from what I assume was that.
Yeah, he says a bunch of shit that, like, yeah, teenage boys are gross, but like it's okay, I would characterize it as rapey. Every single character in this movie who's a male says things that are rapey. Like, just really exceedingly rapey. Like he's constantly touching her and grabbing her. Like, there's a point where like they're in a class. No, they sneak off. No, sorry. She gets upset by something. I can't remember exactly what. She runs off and winds up in the auto shop, and they're in a car together. And he goes to like. The movie presents it as though he's trying to kiss her aggressively, but like he takes his whole body and basically starts dry humping her.
I mean... Hey! Oh, Junior! Pardon me?
As he's trying to kiss her, and she pushes him off, and then he does it twice, and he's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, no, that's okay. I totally forgive you for attempting to violate me. Like, it's really fucking weird. It's so weird, Jordan. Or like, yeah, the bit I sent you, where yeah, he discovers that she might have a crush on him. And it's the clip where, yeah, he's talking to his friend. And he's like, oh, do you think I should go for it, man? And he's like, she's a child.
She's always looking at me. Maybe she's I'm being serious, okay? She looks at me like she's in love with me. Jake, she's a child. So? So what are you gonna do with her? She's obviously too young to party serious.
Welcome to Red Flag City, where you wind up on a registry.
You hard up. You got Carolyn. Now she's You like me? I can get a piece of ass anytime I want. Shit, I got Carolyn in the bedroom right now, passed out cold. I could violate her 10 different ways if I wanted to.
Welcome to Red Flag City.
I don't know. She's beautiful and she's built and all that. Let me keep these. I'll let you take Carolyn home. But you gotta make sure she gets home. You can't leave her in some parking lot somewhere. Okay?
Welcome to Red Flag City,
Jake, I'm only a freshman.
where the girls say me too.
And he's like, who cares? And I was like, whoa, welcome to Red Flag City. I was like, whoa. Yes, no, it matters. Yes, no, whoa.
It very much matters.
And he's like, yeah, man, she can't party. She's not old enough. He's like, who cares? What do you mean, who cares? What are we doing? What is this?
What are we doing here, guys?
And then the bit I didn't send you is the next immediate scene after that is, oh yeah, a big plot point is Molly Ringwald is upset that her boobs aren't big enough. I'm sorry, this is about to get kind of gross. That's where you're supposed to be like, get gross? But the
We're already
immediate
there,
scene,
Justin.
the immediate scene after the one I sent you, is Molly Ringwald. And there's a thing I've always praised John Hughes movies for, is there's never any gratuitous nudity in his movies. But the next scene following the one I sent you is Molly Ringwald and her best friend are in the locker room and they're staring at this naked girl's breasts, like boobs. Like, she's just full on naked having a shower, and they're just standing there like, I wish I had boobs that are look like that. And like, just to remind
And
you,
this is written by a 50-something-year-old man.
This is supposed to be a high school student that these girls are ogling. Jordan, like, I'm gonna hope to God.
I mean, I've never
that the
been
actress
a high
is an
school
adult.
girl.
I'm gonna hope to heaven that the actress playing this naked girl is an adult. But for all intents and purposes, the character isn't. The character is very much a high school student.
Yeah, I've never been a high
by
school
an adult
girl.
man, Jordan.
So I have to assume that they don't do that.
Just stare at
but
other naked girls while they're having
for
a
all
shower.
I know, they do.
Yes, but
maybe?
I just cannot stress enough that the guy who
In
wrote
the
this
80s?
wrote and directed the scene was a grown man.
I get you. It's not even just that. It's the editors, the
So
all the
many
people
people
that
who
were
didn't go-
involved in the process
Like-
who didn't go like, this is maybe. I mean, we could at least maybe have it be where like they're watching from off camera and we don't see anything.
Maybe,
like,
right. And,
you
and,
know-
I definitely had this epiphany when I was watching this, and there was another movie later on that kind of formulated it, which is like, there really was a point when in the 80s and 90s, we just considered teenagers, they're just young adults, and we mean that literally. They're adults, but they're young. They have the same wants, desires, needs, and functions as adults. They just happen to be in high school. Like, that's what the 80s thought. That's what the 90s thought. And somewhere along the line, we as a society went, no, that those are kids. Those are kids. And this is not okay. And so there's a bit later on.
mid to early 2000s.
This
about
movie
it when that
has
started.
no plot, Jordan. Like, the bulk of it takes place at a dance. I don't remember what dance, but at a dance. Like, most of the runtime takes place at a dance. And then the next scene takes place at a house party. And it almost all takes place in these, like, maybe three locations. And
It's supposed to be like a coming of age thing.
yeah. So there's a bit where, I should say, eventually the parents do realize that they forgot her birthday. And the dad, like, I can't believe we forgot your birthday. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And they apologize. And there's a scene between her and her dad that is honestly kind of sweet. Some of it is kind of funny. I won't lie and say I didn't laugh. But there's a part later where he's trying to, the nerd guy is trying to help the main love interest guy get with Molly Ringwald. And earlier in the movie, he makes a bet with his friends. He's like, oh, I can bet you I could have sex with her and get her underwear from her. And he convinces her as a friend to give him her underwear. So he gives her underwear. And so he has her underwear and is going around town bragging that she has her underwear. And the love
That
interest,
he has her underwear.
The love interest finds out that he has the underwear and asks for it.
I thought she was the love interest.
Well, the not the nerd. The nerd has the underwear, and the love interest, the main guy love interest, who's like, he was the guy who's like
Chad finds out.
Yeah, Chad finds out, and he has this scene, and I added it to the clip I sent you. I put it on TikTok. There's a scene where him and Anthony Michael, the nerd guy, are discussing how Molly Ringwald likes him. And he's like, you better not be dicking with me. If you're dicking with me, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And he's like, I could, if I wanted to have sex and just hook up randomly with a girl, I could do that. Such and such, my current girlfriend, is upstairs unconscious right now. I could go have my way with her if I want. And he's like, whoa, no, you cannot, sir.
Consent she cannot do.
No. And he's like, you could take her home if you want. She doesn't know the difference. No. He's like, just don't. And you're in the event that you're like, oh, maybe he's not saying what I think he's saying or suggesting what I think he's suggesting. He's like, just don't leave her in an empty parking lot somewhere, is what he says. to this kid. Turns out he's a good kid and doesn't take advantage of her. But red flag, Jordan. Red flag city. Welcome to red flag city. Population, that guy. Where all the ladies say me too.
And then he went and got into politics.
And then the movie ends with him making out with Molly Ringwald. And it's like
he's the good guy.
Yeah, like he's the good guy. Yeah, the movie treats him like he's the good guy. He doesn't.
He is in the future movies. He would be the bully character who doesn't get anything and ends up learning that he's a shithead.
Like she doesn't wind up with the nerd. She winds up with the jock. They make out at the end of this movie. It's the weirdest thing ever.
And then 4 years later, she's knocked up. He's fucked off to go get milk, and she's learning from her history.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she dates him for the bulk of high school, winds up getting married to him right out of high school, gets pregnant with his kid, and then he loses the athlete body, and he's got a gut.
You think they make it to marriage? Oh no. See, I think she spends the rest of their time with high school together. She wants him to like her, and it's the 80s, so she puts out. He doesn't use a condom. She gets knocked up, and he fucks off before they get married.
No. I have to be fair to this character. He does genuinely like her, and his whole bit throughout the movie is...
Oh, Justin. They all like her.
Hold on.
They all like the girl until they get the girl pregnant in the 80s.
Hold on. So... his character is that he wants to be... He's basically Max Jaegerman from Nerdy Prudes Must Die. Everyone thinks he's Max Jaegerman, but he's a nice guy, and his want is that he wants a quote-unquote real relationship. So, like, what I'm saying is they stick it out. They accidentally get pregnant on prom night. They stick it out for the kid. He marries her because he's quasi-honorable, but, like, they're together.
Is he? What you described to me doesn't sound like it.
No. He's quasi-honorable in action, not in behavior. Not in disposition. But in behavior, he is. That's why I said quasi. He knocks her up in she gets knocked up in high school. He marries her, and they stay together for too long out of obligation. That's the kind of relationship they have. This movie's awful, Jordan. It was bad. Like, people told me this movie was good. Like, this is the thing that made Molly Ringwald's career. And and I'm like, okay, maybe it's just me, but you're like reading about it. No, even in the 80s when this came out, this was not well received. And I'm like, man, the pop culture and the zeitgeist has led me to believe differently. Because this was awful. This is probably his worst movie. Like, hands down. It was so... It's made all the more... The thing is, if any woman was involved in the making of this in any level, like a writer, a producer, or something... I maybe could get past some of this, but it's just the fact that I keep coming back to. It's not just directed by John Hughes. He wrote this. He wrote all of the rapey shit that these characters say, and I'm like, I don't know. I just. To be fair, I grew up in the 90s and the 2000s, and yeah, there was a certain level of rapiness in a lot of our dialogue. I will give you that, but nothing quite to the degree of rapiness as this movie. So, like. Maybe consent was just different in the 80s.
Maybe not with us and the people that we knew, but I mean, no, there was definitely, especially in the 90s. Especially in the 90s and 80s.
My point is
definitely what you're describing, the like what they're talking about in the locker room and stuff. No, that was definitely.
Oh, I mean, no, yes. What I mean is just like no, like I guess just in the 80s you don't notice when shit is. I guess the world has just changed enough that like I guess maybe people didn't recognize how again. Rapey.
It was just that's how it was back then.
But because some of this stuff is like I refuse to believe that two teenage girls are standing there longingly staring at another teenage girl's breasts. I can't.
That's one where I'm gonna turn to the audience and be like, hey. If there are any women who watch this podcast,
did you do that?
Did you ever look at? Because I mean, body dysmorphia is a thing. I could see it being a thing where like you're envious of someone, but like openly
pictures in a magazine, pictures in a magazine.
That's what I was just gonna say. Openly goggling at them when they're in the shower is like a bit over the top. But
if there's a scene where the two of them are looking in a magazine, and a woman in a bathing suit, or if they were on a beach and there was a woman in a bathing suit, I'd be like, this is still kind of strange, but it's not fucking gross.
Or like, and this would still be towing the line for me, but like if one of the characters had an older brother,
Sure.
They
Sure.
were looking at one
sorry,
of
before,
they were looking at one of his magazines or
before
something.
before we move
But I
on
think it's
from
the
this.
being in person, like that'd be the equivalent of like, I mean, there's no description that's similar. It's exactly what it sounds like, and it is strange sounding.
It's very strange. It just sounded like John Hughes wanted to film a naked woman and couldn't think of other reason to. But like, what was I? Oh, right. The final thing. The weird the thing that makes it feel weird is like, okay, yeah, when we were kids, none of all the teenagers were played by adults and they looked like adults. See Grease. But like this mishmashes. So like all of the senior kids and the kids who have to be naked are all adults. The lead guy looks like an adult. His girlfriend who is the one who is naked looks like an adult and is played by an adult. But then the other half of the cast all look like kids. Like Anthony Michael Hall looks like a kid. Molly Ringwald looks like she's 16. Like they all look like they're the age they're playing, except for half of the cast who are clearly adults. It's really fucking weird. It's like, pick a lane, man. Sorry, worst movie, awful, terrible, didn't like it. Moving on. Hey there, everybody. It's NCard Justin here. I know you didn't watch the whole video. You're already yelling at me, but in the off chance that you did watch the whole video and you're currently listening to me, let me know down in the comments if you like this movie. Why didn't it make you feel weird? It made me feel weird and uncomfortable, and I didn't like it. I didn't like this movie at all. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. But in the meantime, if you'd like to see the full podcast that this video is from, you can click the box on the left, and that is my birthday episode, my early birthday episode. My birthday is on Friday. But if you want to see a random video, you can click the box on the right that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. We put new videos out 7 days a week. Or you can just leave this video a like. That helps us out too. We'll see you next time, everybody. Have a good day.